Catholic, so a Christian, but yet you sign papers for abortion. So you're against pro-life, that means. So basically, the way how life is developed and God creates life, you're going against God, basically. I mean, make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. I mean, who even knows? I mean, he was Sleepy Joe. First thing first, this video is not sponsored by Red Bull. Unless Red Bull wants to sponsor me, dude, like, I mean, that's some good money right there. But let's get started here. Today we are going to be talking about something that I never thought I was going to be talking about on this channel, or just in general online. I try to take my political views offline. I try to not post them on social media because I know people have different standpoints in politics. Good thing for me is that I don't stand for neither side. I am not a Republican nor I am a Democrat. I'm literally neither, because I think Jesus is king and Jesus is the person that we should worship to, and I think people take politics way too serious and people worship these politicians. And I'm not saying don't vote. I'm not saying that. Okay? You can vote for whoever you want to vote for. Okay? But just know this though, is that person actually supporting what you think that they're supporting? Or are you voting for the person but not the party, if that makes sense? Or are you doing the opposite, where you're voting for the party and the person's actually not for that party as you think they are? Again, I think, to me, in my opinion, a lot of politicians lie. I think a lot of them cheat on their wives. I think a lot of them are scumbags and all they want is power. That's just my opinion. Okay, I don't think they actually stand for what they support or what they believe in. That's all I'm going to say. Again, I am on neither side. I am going to talk about these people's religion beliefs, because some of these presidents claim themselves as Christians. And maybe this might sound like a more of a bashful episode, more than me supporting these people. I try to stay on the positive side, yes, but I also feel like, in a way, this needs to be talked about. And again, coming as a Christian, I think, again, you can vote for whoever you want to vote for. Okay? I'm not saying voting is wrong. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, though, is don't let it get to your head. Do not worship these presidents. Do not worship these parties. Because also, too, you as a Christian are supposed to love everybody. And I know that's very difficult. 100%. But you sticking to just one side and hating on the other side, that's what the devil wants you to do. Okay? And again, you can have it, you can be on that person's side, or you can vote for those people's, that party's beliefs and stuff like that, because that's what you support. Go ahead. Like I said, just don't let it get to your head. That's all I'm saying. Again, I'm not doing this episode for saying you should vote for this person or you should hate on this person. I'm just saying facts here. Or not really facts, but I'm just speaking out for, I guess, the gospel, I guess you can say. Yeah. Because, again, I'm a Christian, and it's more of me questioning these people more than me bashing on these people. So, again, first person we're going to talk about is a person that has a lot of hit or misses with people. He's the president that you either love him or you hate him. There is no in between. Donald J. Trump. Okay, Trump comes out as a Christian. He says that he does read his Bible and stuff like that. The only thing that I question about him is just how much he loves power. Like, for somebody to, and no offense, for somebody that, like, says they love Jesus, he loves himself a lot. And he's very self-aware of himself, I guess you can say. The one thing is, I will say this, though, at least when he is president. At least he does seem like he does. Just put the America flag anywhere he goes. There's no other flag because this is America and this is the country. I will respect him on that, but he's just very self-aware of himself, or whatever the word is to call him, I guess. Full of himself, I guess. The one thing is I will say about this though is that I respect. One time somebody called him, his people. Someone in an interview goes like, "You are my savior," and Trump goes, "No, the Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior." I will respect that on that. That the fact that he mentioned Jesus. But here's the thing though. Is he just saying that because the cameras is on him, or does he actually believe in that? I'm just questioning this. This isn't much of a me bashing on him and claiming himself as not as a Christian. I'm just saying be careful on who you vote for. Like I said, just because they claim themselves as a Christian, does that really make them a Christian? And since we're going to talk about that real fast, we're going to talk about Barack Obama. Again, when Barack Obama, like what he did in office and stuff like that, there might have been some things that I was against. There might have been some things that he did good in office. I was so young, I didn't pay attention to what he did, what he didn't do. Okay, again, I'm not bashing on this dude. I'm just gonna say this. You claim yourself as a Christian, but yet you sign the papers for gay marriage. Again, I'm not bashing on homosexuals. What I'm saying is, though, in the Bible, it says marriage is between a man and a woman. For you claiming yourself as a Christian, you are going against the Bible right there. And that's where I'm questioning it. A person that we're going to talk about that I actually do believe was a Christian was Abraham Lincoln. I mean, he's known as Honest Abe. He seemed very polite. He seemed very nice. I mean, he ended slavery for a lot of people. I mean, this world wouldn't be the same if he never was our 16th president. He seemed like he did care about a lot of people. Again, we weren't there in those times and stuff like that. I mean, people might say that he abused his wife. I don't know if that's true or not. Like I said, I mean, there was no cameras back then. There was no really journalisms back there, so it's hard to say. So another person we're gonna talk about real fast is Joe Biden. Sleepy Joe, as some people might call him. He's a questionable one because he claims himself as a Catholic apparently, and you claim yourself as a Catholic, so a Christian, but yet you sign papers for abortion. So you're against pro-life. That means, so basically, the way how life is developed and God creates life, you're going against God, basically. I mean, make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. I mean, who even knows? I mean, he was Sleepy Joe. He seemed like he was not aware of his surroundings in general. So who even knows if he actually was the one that signed the papers? Okay, but like I said, back to the thing where I'm getting at is, though, again, you're claiming yourself as a Catholic, but yet Catholics don't even take birth control, dude. Like, again, these are just questionable things. These are the things that you have to look out for. Okay, you guys need to do your research before who you vote for. That's where I'm getting at. So you guys as Christians, and like I said, vote for whoever you want to vote for. Okay, if you're for pro-life, then go for it. If you're for what the heck does the Democratic Party stand for? I don't even know. If you're for guns, then go for it. You know, like if you're against guns, then go against guns. Again, I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm just telling you do your research and do not worship these presidents. Do not worship celebrities either. Do not worship these Hollywood things or these famous people that you want to be, because the person that you most want to be is Jesus, bro. Okay? Like it's, I mean, it is difficult at times and stuff like that. And yeah, in the Bible, they literally do say like the only person that you should worship is Jesus. Okay, and I'm not saying like, oh, you need to stop wearing their merchandise. You need to stop putting their signs in your yard of who to vote for. I'll admit it, in my opinion, that does start a lot of arguments. Okay, but then again, those people that are against who so and so voted for and stuff like that, so what? They're also against who you voted for too. Okay, your votes cancel each other out, so why does it even matter? So also too, if we're gonna talk about it, why every time another team wins, your team doesn't win, it's always election fraud. I just gotta talk about that real fast. This is where you need to be careful on getting into politics. Um, and and again, I mean, vote for who you want to vote for, guys. Okay, but in the end of the day, Jesus King. Do not forget that. Last person we're going to talk about is John F. Kennedy. Apparently, he was the first ever Catholic in office. I don't know much about him. These are some also presidents that are Christians. H.W. Bush. We got Ford. We got Roosevelt. We got who's some other ones I know? Reagan, Wilson, Harrison. I don't know some of these, by the way. I'm literally just naming these. Clinton, Carter, Truman, Harding, Hugh Adams, another Adams, Fillmore, Taft, Harding. Were these actually presidents? I don't even remember some of these. Hayes, Andrew Jackson. Or no, I'm sorry, A. Johnson. I don't know which one that is. W. Bush. I don't know if I said that one yet. McKinley, Grant, L. Johnson, Garfield, the cat. No, I'm just playing. Jefferson, Coolidge. I'm saying these names wrong, probably, guys. Nixon, Hoover. Let's see what other ones. Tyler. I didn't know that can be. Oh wait, duh. George Washington. I'm pretty sure I said him already. Madison. I wonder if that's how Wisconsin got their capital name. Monroe. W. Harrison. I'm sure I already said that one. B. Harrison. Cleveland. Polk. Okay, I think you guys get the. Oh, and Jackson. I think that was Andrew Jackson. $20 bill. Why? My thing is, hold on, real fast though, before I get on this subject. Why is Ben Franklin on the $100 bill when he was never a president? I always question that one. All right, but besides the point though, I was gonna say is why I named all those presidents that claim themselves as Christians is because I don't believe some of them were actually following the Bible. I don't think that those people even used to go to church. Again, you can, maybe they did. Maybe I'm wrong. I wasn't there. Like I said, maybe some of them were the strongest Christians out there. I hope they were. But what I'm getting at is anybody can claim themselves as a Christian. There is even many musicians that claim themselves as a Christian. And then you watch their music videos, and then you listen to their songs, and then you go to their concerts, and then you question a lot, don't you? So like I said, just because somebody claims himself as something that you believe in, do your research before voting or supporting this person. That's why I decided to make this podcast. Again, as I mentioned it before, RIP to Charlie Kirk, RIP to many other people that have passed away. And stay a strong believer. And like I said, be careful on who you vote for. If you feel very uncomfortable in situations, walk away from them. But I hope you guys had a good one. I'm glad I made this podcast today. Like I said, I never thought I was gonna talk about politics on my pod, but today's the day. I hope you guys like this one. Thank you all for listening. Later.